Welcome to Date with Danu right here on Hi TV, your luxury channel. Today I'm speaking about the next generation. All this and more when it comes to a very fashion-filled household.
Hi, I'm Habiba Hameed.
Hey, I'm Mikail Hameed,
And we're here to go on a date with Danu.
I'm Fouzul Hameed. I'm here to go on a date with Danu.
We don't really know what to expect, but we just assume he's going to pull our legs.
He's always been an interesting guy, so we're interested to see what he's going to ask, and I'm excited to see what we can talk about.
I don't know why I'm here, but I'm sure he's going to discuss something about men's fashion and maybe about the country's present crisis and the economy downfall.
I have the Hameed family. Well, we all know Fouzul Hameed. I'm going to start there, just so that, seniority is given respect. Then we have Habiba. She's the elder one. And then we have Mikail.
Hello.
All right, welcome to the show. Thank you for being here. If you're wondering, who are these two? Well, these two are his productions. Thanks for being on the show. I don't think y'all have ever been on a show together.
No, we haven't.
No. I have a question. Out of the two of you, who will talk more?
It's probably going to be her.
Yeah,
Thanks, Habiba. Thank
No
you, because
problem.
I need people like you on the show. Thanks. You can just sit put.
I'll just chill.
Yeah. Fouzul, how is it to know that you have your kids giving you opinions now?
Yeah, I think I think with their they've been out of the country for some time, and they've seen the world, and so they are giving me a lot of opinions, suggestions, ideas, everything coming in. Sometimes too many ideas, but then we'll go step by step.
How much does it get processed?
How?
The ideas and suggestions?
Well, it goes through a tunnel, but it's a filtering process of what gets kept and out the door for the rest.
Yeah, that's amazing. Now, Mikail, your father has been someone who has always scrutinized how men wear their clothes. And sometimes you have gone through the scanner, the Fouzul scan, and then you are in hot water. Today, for an example, I really took time even to make sure that my socks go well. Just so that, I get onto the good books. But how was it when you were growing up?
So it was actually really difficult because so I would he would scrutinize everything almost, even from my hair to what I dressed. But honestly, it was a blessing in disguise, right? Because when I got older, now everything makes sense. Now I feel like when I walk into a room, I'm more put together. So I feel like the practice that we did before is paying off now.
Yeah. Now, the two of you got into fashion, or I know you have a label of your own.
Yeah.
Habiba?
Yeah, I recently started a label of my own as well, and it's all in the project of him grooming us into this field of fashion. But yeah, it was years in the making.
Okay. But did you all ever think that, fashion is where you all will end up, or were you all given the freedom to do whatever you all like?
Well, we definitely had the freedom to do whatever we wanted to, but I think genetically it ended up that we both ended up wanting to be in fashion. But
It's
it's
a
a blessing.
DNA problem.
Yeah.
But it's a good problem to have. But Fouzul's beginnings were not that easy. It was a hard task. It was a well about the story. Let's put it that way. Looking back at where you started, Fouzul, to where it is today, and the fact that you have the option of giving this to your kids, you have the option of having so many people coming and working there and earning their daily income out of it. How does it feel to sit back and see that today?
Thank you, Danu. It's a good question because I think I must thank my parents. Even their vision was to help every community. That was their vision. So we feel that when you have thousands of people working, you feel so happy. I mean, during the difficult times, we have been surviving. By helping them in different ways. So it's really good that in a country everything going not in a bad way, but then when you have workers also trying to do something good for the company, working hard, that really help you to bounce back.
And And in terms of generosity, I think he has a lot of it. And I think from people who have entered Parliament all the way to cricketers to business personalities, they've been all had a little bit of Fouzul in their life. We're going to be speaking more, but we have a segment called Hot Seat, which I really love, where we put them into terrible questions and answer moments. We'll get into that right now. And so we have the questions ready. Now, Fouzul, you have to find a way and be honest about these answers. You know, some can be really tricky. Ready? Some of these questions are all three of you. Some are just at one of you. Some are just only for your dad. Here we go. This is for you. Mahela, Kumar, Kishu, Shalin, Balasurya. Rank them according to your preference of best dressed to not so best dressed.
I think Shalin, and he knows to upgrade himself at the right time. So, yeah, being my regular customer, so I should give him
Shalin is number one.
number one.
Followed by?
Followed by, I think I like all three the way they dress, and for me, all three are almost same.
No, that's not the truth. That is definitely not the truth. Okay, just tell me who is at number two, Kishu, Mahela or Kumar?
I would say Sangha, because he knows to carry. I mean, as I said, for me, Kishu also dress well, right? But
We will just stick to number two.
Take the easy way out.
Right now, Mahela is standing at last. All right, number two. If either of you were to have a romantic love interest, would you share this secret with your dad?
What time frame are we in life?
Like now?
Yeah, we would. I would.
It would be an awkward conversation, but we would.
We'll pull through it, yeah. Who is cooler, mom or dad?
Easy, mom.
Second that.
He's right here, just a chat away. Okay, one millennial trend or habit that you have that you are certain is way better than your children.
better than my children.
Yeah.
Wow. I think the knowledge what I gain in the industry which I'm in, which is I can definitely say I can be challenged
By
or
them or anyone.
and help anyone.
Yeah. Just put it.
Yeah.
Just give it to us.
Yeah. All right. One thing about dressing a man in a suit that every woman should know. All of you can answer.
Man in a suit.
You want to go first?
Because end of the day, women come no when the groom is shopping,
Yeah.
and they are the ones who tell no. What is it that they should not interfere in?
I think when there is a master, when there is a designer, a person who understands this, they must allow that person to handle it. I have seen many are trying to do things, and by that they spoil the suit. And I have seen many weddings, the mother-in-law become the designer, she become the master, she become everything.
Yeah.
Not all,
Yeah, some.
right? Some. And by that, actually, the groom was also scared because the groom also have good rapport with the
Yeah,
mother-in-law
true.
there itself.
Eventually, he's just walking around in a sari.
So I see it, you should trust on that particular person who's handling and have a discussion that will make things better.
Okay. As per your experience, who has given you the most amount of unnecessary attitude out of the two of them?
They're being reasonable to me.
Oh, he's so sweet.
There's an answer here.
Doesn't mean that.
But who is it?
Yeah, Habba a bit.
I knew it, so it's okay.
Habiba. Okay. From the following, who would you like to see back in the parliament? Ranjan Ramanayaka, Mervyn Silva, Ravi Karunanayaka, CBK. She was not in the parliament, but anyway, she was president. In
Nobody.
politics.
Wow.
Which president would you not want to see back in power? GR, MR, MY3, CBK.
I think all have basically failed. So we need someone.
New. Habiba, who in your opinion is more fashionable, dad or your brother?
Easily Mikail. Although my dad is the technical, he has the vision.
It's fine, now you have dug the grave already.
Yeah. I'll just jump in.
Mikail,
Yeah.
what would you tell all the girls who find you unattractive?
That's okay. Everyone has their own style and like taste, you know. I'm not the cup of tea. That's okay.
All right. Well, I must say congratulations. I'm just going to give this to the family. Crystal, Luxury Wellness, even Fouzul has been there many a times. Look at his glowing skin, looking fabulous like a doll. We'll see you after the break. Welcome back to the show. We're speaking to these wonderful people. Now, let's speak about today's current situation when it comes to the garment industry. It is such a pressing era, and I think ever since I started Date with Danu, we have dealt with multiple problems. It could be the bomb, it could be the uprise against the government, economy, fuel, you name it. Our guests have had all the problems, not forgetting COVID. So in midst of all of this, Fouzul, I think your brand has survived the 83 riots. It has gone through the terrible economy that we had in the 70s, and the list just goes on, and even battling through the 30-year war. How bad is it right now?
Yeah,
Is it
good
the
question.
worst you have seen?
I think, yeah, for me, actually, I don't see any difference. The same mood, I mean. I thought after the civil war, end of the war, I felt that, okay, that was fantastic. But yet my whole body is the same sort of things last 30 odd years. Really disappointed, very disappointed, because our politicians mismanage, they divided us, they really destroyed the country, in other words. So,
But working in this trade that is supposed to make people happy, that's supposed to make people feel, wow, I feel so good today. Do people come and go in that mindset, or when they come to shop, they're like, oh, just give me the cheapest
Yeah.
thing, like I'm just scared to spend,
yeah.
People still get married, but
Yeah.
how have you seen the change in the last few years?
You see, since the cost went up, right, and the rich, okay, they are super rich, they can manage, but then the middle class, upper class, they all have become victims. So especially men, because my challenge is to make the man look better than the bride, so that's a big challenge. But then with the bride spends so much money, the groom is cutting cost, and most of the groom, they try to go for black or blue, but then that is all because of the budget they have. But there are ways to cut cost. So I think if the groom planned well, definitely they can do. But overall, these days people are cutting costs, especially on the clothes.
Habiba, I wanted to ask you this. You're the elder one. Leaving Sri Lanka and going to Canada to live your life, considering the fact that things were not easy here, situation was always tensed, and also considering the fact that your dad is seen publicly, it was not the right time to have a life here, and your dad was just sending you all for security. How was it when you all moved to Canada?
So once we moved there is when we felt more of a culture shock to see similar people who spoke the same languages as us being Tamil, but how much they disassociated with being Sri Lankan is when I came to understand how blindsided I've been for the first 13 years of my life living in Sri Lanka and associating with Tamil people, but not really realizing that exact impact we've been as a whole towards them.
But how was it for you all when you all went there? Do you all feel like on a long term, is it the best decision that you all took to see the diversity, to be in a foreign environment?
Yeah, definitely. You want to explain?
Yeah, so I feel like that was the best case scenario for us growing up. So we got to indulge in different communities, right? Different diverse communities. So there wasn't really any segregation because everyone was within the same school, within the same parameters. So like my friends would be of different races. So we just grew to love each other like the way we should, you know? So like when we brought that back, when we came back here, and then we just wanted to see the same, more of the same. So we found some purpose there, you would say.
That's amazing. Fouzul, you come from a very sheltered, motherly love kind of a household. Were you scared when your kids sort of went to live the Western life?
Yes, after some time I felt bit bad because the dress code, the culture, all was changing, and
Things getting
especially
short.
my mother will not lie, and so anyway, they are big now and they know what to do, what not to
But
do.
they have made you so proud
Yeah.
in many ways. And one. Yeah, tough times.
Tough time.
Definitely. We're going to get into a segment that we call On a Scale. We'll see you on the other side. All right, so this game is called On a Scale. I've told you it's very simple. I'm going to let the two of you fight against each other. You rank me, I will rank you. My first question, how do you look in the morning? Considering the fact that it's Fouzul, he'll wake up at 3 and get himself groomed.
Wait, this is pre getting ready or post?
How do you look
How
in
do
the
you
morning?
wake up?
Okay.
I've given Fouzul 9. 7. He's giving me 8. He's being kind. Have you seen me? All right. Next question. Would you sleep past noon? How are the chances on a weekend?
Sleep past noon.
Do you think I will sleep past noon?
Yeah.
I don't think, Fouzul, you'll ever sleep past noon.
On Sunday?
You won't.
I
You'll
sleep.
wake up in the morning.
Sunday, yeah, get up in the morning.
He will wake up. Don't you think so? Does
Yeah.
he ever sleep past noon? So I was correct. Me?
He doesn't know what that is.
I think you sleep. Because you work 6 days a
That
lot,
is true. I work every
and
day.
you be in the bed
Yeah.
and rest.
Thanks. But just give me a number, Fouzul. It's just, you have just completely shattered my dreams of lying for me, but it's okay. How confident are you about your personality?
It's true.
I give 10.
That is crazy.
Because now
very
you
comfortable.
don't come to me much, so you're making mistakes.
Yeah, I do. How good are you in keeping promises?
Shit.
The 1% I cut because of the phone.
Same here.
I answer always. Oh, really? She can't keep promises?
Well, I'll overstretch myself, and
Yeah.
sometimes I can't do it.
Okay. He has given you 7. That's a good number to have. It's. Okay.
It's the truth.
It's the truth.
How important it is to have good principles in life? Fouzul, I'm giving you 10 for it.
What did he give
Yeah,
you?
as a
He's just
human,
giving me 9. He's always reducing a point for me.
you see,
Are you
there are
okay
life,
with
you can't be 100%. I'm trying to be 100%, but you can't.
You asked for honesty.
I know. But it's okay. I'm going to finish this game right now. I think the winners are the two of them, not yours. We'll see you on the other side because, you know, if washing is hard, we have solutions for you. Thank you to our friends at LG Vivace. Now, these guys have been amazing on the show, and I want to just tell you, when it comes to your washing needs, they have 3 types for you to choose from. It could be the washer, it could be the washer plus 100% dryer, or the twin washer that I have right next to me. The inverted direct dry feature gives you the ability to be energy efficient, saving up to 39%. It's definitely therapy for your second skin. The True Steam feature eliminates 99.9% germs and viruses by just using pure water. It also reduces wrinkles by 30% to a normal washing machine. With artificial intelligence, there is more fabric care. I'm talking about 18% more than the other washing machines that you'll find in the market. AIDD technology detects weight and fabric type, which gives the best washing patterns, meeting all your clothing types like saris, denims, cotton trousers, shirts, linen, delicates, sportswear, nightwear, and even pajamas. And if you're someone like Fouzul Hameed, who barely has time to stay in one place, you can do the washing from wherever you are with their inbuilt Wi-Fi technology, which allows you to operate this machine from wherever you are. If you are pressing for time, don't worry, because with Turbo Wash 360, washing gets done in just 39 minutes. It uses a 3D multi-nozzle that sprays water in 4 directions, reaching every corner of the tub to ensure speedy and high washing performances. This has 10.5 kg capacity, which can wash your weekly load at once. Apart from that, even the drum size is larger in size, making it so much more easier. LG's advanced low vibration technology creates more space indeed, can wash more in the same size washer, bigger capacity with a perfect fit. LG Vivace is a complete all-rounder that gives comfort to your home and also therapy for your second skin. So what are you waiting for? Get your hands on it right now. Visit Abans island-wide. If not, log on to www.buyabans.com. Welcome back to the show. We are in conversation with Mikail, Habiba, and Fouzul, and we're talking about family and everything that sort of connects family together. Now, being a part of a family business can be really tricky at times. How have you managed it? I know I always mistake you for your brother at times. From a distance, all of you look the same. But how is it? How have you managed? Have you ever had a fight?
You see, in any family business, there'll be some sort of misunderstandings. When you come to third and fourth generation, especially, first generation, they'll be always better. But I must thank my parents again. See, they taught us from the time we know those values they were taught, you know. They have been saying always to share and care and give and take policies. That was given as a childhood. So that was inbuilt in our family. So we didn't have much difficulties. I must thank my 2 brothers who are the partners in this. So things are getting better. I mean, we had gone through tough times, and when you grow bigger, you know, the third generation comes in, all the children comes in with a different ideas, too much ideas. And
how many are there in the third generation?
How many of us are there?
3,
15?
6, 10.
Whoa. That's a lot of options.
And with one more can have a good football team.
That is true. That's a lot of options to take into consideration. Now, considering the fact that your dad can be a real softie at times, have you all seen the type of people who may have walked into his life and you know they're troublesome? I'm sure his wife would have also tried to warn him. Do you all see it before he does?
I think he's kind of oblivious to certain things, and we definitely see it before him, but he also has a good eye for people.
Yeah.
And like these days he's sharp.
Like his intuition never lies.
Yeah.
Okay. But have you all tried pre-warning him?
Well,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
We'll do it more post. We'll be like, I don't know about that person, and then he usually would agree.
Right. Okay. In all these years, you have worked with multiple people. Tell me, at a point when Sri Lanka uh, divided and used country against Muslims soon after the bomb, were they there for you, to speak for you?
Yeah, I had some really good friends. I'm really proud of them. And they're all non-Muslims. They know from the time we were like childhood friends. School friends, customers, but there were few people. Misunderstood. Some people, they have bit of jealousy, but then all this been because of that whole episode was created in a way everyone will believe. We believe. I feel shame, when I heard this. I mean, how far we can go on like this. The whole world is more of a similar mindset. So these are all pre-planned by certain countries, and so I think it's a good question. I think we all human. One day we all will die, right? And this is a beautiful country, and this is a country. I mean, I've gone to over 50 countries. I think this country can be one of the best in the world if we all work together with one great leader, a person who has the honesty, integrity, with a good vision. This can be turned around 10 years. In 10 years, we can make this one of the best in the world. If Dubai can do that, why can't Sri Lanka do it? But Dubai has. We have everything. We have fantastic beaches, up country, Yala is there. I mean, small country. I mean, like in a few days, people can reach around. But then whole plan has been not worked from the 1948. Just see how much a problem we have been seen, created. So I think time has come as Sri Lankan, we should help each other, understand each other. We should understand each other. I mean, religion, everyone should practice religion. I mean, without religion, a person, that means something wrong. I mean, everyone has a religion. You practice. That is up to you. Here, targeting religion, it's going to be disaster. I think that should not happen in the future.
Especially when things took off in 2019 and we saw this country see language used on people or even abuse that was, well, given towards friends who have shared meals with, there have been neighbors with, they have played cricket together, and everyone became everyone's enemy all of a sudden. Of course, there was an element of fear in it, and also you can't blame people for the fear that they would have faced. How was it in Canada when you all heard the news?
You answer this, because
So like there is a big population of Sri Lankan, but when we heard it, we were kind of shocked because we know how deep the scars actually go. So this isn't new, but we know once there's segregation, in Sri Lanka it doesn't really get solved,
That is true.
There's always damage done like extensively. So once we heard there was something going on, we knew that okay, there's gonna be a next wave coming, and it's gonna keep coming until someone actually stands up against it, which no one really does. But I feel like everyone's understanding that now,
Yeah.
So.
And I think the whole time during of Aragalea, or when the public came together, they sort of realized that everyone is there for each other.
Exactly.
And that sort of gave everyone a common playing field. Do you feel that people's mindset has changed after the Aragalea timeline?
Yeah, I think people have understood whole drama what went around last couple of years. People have got more knowledge now. But sad part is people are migrating. People are going out of the country. So when the best people goes, I mean, we all will suffer. I mean, even our business will suffer, right? So that is where. So we don't have the quality. When the quality people goes in, it can be any field. That is going to be really a area which we have to cover up.
True, sad, all of this together. We have another game and it's called Yes or No. Because Habiba likes playing games, we thought we'll just play more games. Welcome back. We are actually forcing Fouzul. Can you now? You have to like smile. You know, your mind works 10 times.
Faster.
Yeah. No, not faster. It's like working on 10 different things at the same time.
You are right.
Yeah.
Correct, right?
It's
It's very
big-
hard to
Because
mold.
when you live in Sri Lanka, you have to be like that.
Yeah, true. I'm right.
If
I'm like the Great Wall of China standing in front of you,
If
and
I
yet you're
work
like.
in a government department, I can do one thing.
All right, Habiba, all the best. Okay. I'm going to give that to you. Be honest. You can speak more if y'all feel y'all need to elaborate and explain this. Have you ever secretly returned a gift you pretended you loved? Yeah.
I like the look.
Yeah. I have also. Have you ever gotten scolded by your significant other in front of your friends? What?
I remember those.
Yeah.
Have you ever gone more than 2 days without taking a shower?
More than 2 days.
You were really thinking about it, Mikail. Okay. Do you lie about your age to seem younger to others? Yeah. Have you ever been forced to share a bed with someone and you know you didn't want to? No. I just can't share.
Exactly.
It's just. I'm even okay to sleep alone on a mat outside under a tree, but not share. Can't put a burp or so. Have you ever kept a dirty habit from your parents?
I don't know if I have a dirty.
Define dirty habit.
A naughty habit.
I'm gonna be safe.
You can't look at their answers.
Yeah.
They're not being honest because of that.
Look away.
Actually, not dirty. I don't know if it's dirty, but
More than disgusting.
nah.
Okay. Okay. Have you ever broken wind in public and blamed it on somebody else or acted as if you didn't?
Claim your toots.
Yeah, blaming is crazy.
Clean your tubes. No? None of y'all?
Blaming someone is crazy.
No.
Yeah.
Okay. At least have y'all let the gas go?
Right.
Yes.
Yeah.
But never blaming somebody else.
This one is.
No, he's like,
Yeah,
Yeah,
you're
of
lying.
No, I can't remember like that.
Well,
okay.
I'm happy you don't.
a few days
He's
ago by the
lying.
door.
E. Are you extra over the top?
I think I am.
Yeah, you are.
I'm just a feeler.
Me too, I'm also. You're also not. Okay. Have you had a little secret from your wife? What is it?
Small. I'll tell you later.
God, I so need to know that. I asked that question just because I wanted the answer. Do y'all have a secret that y'all have never told your dad,
Multiple.
but only your mom knows?
Yes.
Yeah, there are many.
He's really sour about how much we tell our mom compared to him.
It's how he takes it, you know.
Right, got you. Well, you have a secret that your wife doesn't know. I need to know that. We'll give it to Fouzul, right?
Yes.
We'll give it to Fouzul. He has been very honest about it. Okay, we'll give it to him. We'll see after this. have some questions that I need to ask on this segment called Dish the Dirt. Fouzul, as someone who has been very open about how depressing this country has made you, and you have worked on so many projects in helping the youth of tomorrow. It could be in uplifting schools, it could be in terms of their education, my friend, these kind of initiatives. And telling the honest truth, I know so much about him because I've also been a part of his life for many, many years, from a thinner time to now. So I know so much that he does, and he has never questioned what religion, what, where, how, who are you, none of those. Why would you not like to enter politics?
Good point. Actually, one time I was thinking, but then I'm not good in my singer.
So?
And that was one. And I had a dream to build a brand. So I knew if you go to politics, it's not going to be easy because the business can get neglected. And the country, the businessman didn't have fair play, Everything was mismanaged system. Everything has to go through, difficult times. So I felt when I saw the politician type of people running the country, I felt it's not easy to battle them because they all have a different way of doing politics because decent people cannot go to politics. And I saw people have been getting killed. There was so much violence, so it was not safety. So I think now, I think youngsters must come, good people must come. I mean, we are seeing the country, from the time I left school, I saw the wars, bomb blast. I mean, I yet feel country is not in a good shape. So it's time, Danu, we all have to speak up, build this country back. This is a country can be one of the best in the world. Believe me, this has fantastic climate. It's a small ocean, and when Lee Kuan Yew came, in the 50s, I mean they were studying Sri Lankan system, how to develop Singapore.
Now also they are studying Sri Lankan system. How to be at the same place. What would your take be if he had to enter?
I think it would be a good thing, actually, because he does have a lot of compassion. And he also does have that, business mindset, which he would
Use.
Yeah, which he would look for the betterment of the country.
How would your mom take it?
I don't think she would like it at all. Yeah.
Because she will be the secretary, right?
Yeah. But looking at, why do you feel that good leaders aren't willing to come?
I think safety. See, this
Have you ever had threats?
Of course, there were times. Yeah. So I mean, we saw. I mean, in my life, I saw very sad thing happening. So when you see this, because it's sometimes people say it's just like $1. I asked what, just a bullet is just like $1, right? So people can just kill you off. So I think now the environment better. I think we all love this country, right? I mean, I have all sort of friends, from Tamils to Buddhists to Christians to various type of people. We travel, we meet. We're all good humans. It's all about politics today around the world. Everybody wants that power. When the power comes, everything is forgotten.
That is true. It's only till you get the power. Habiba Mikail. Now I've asked serious questions, now I want to ask fun ones. Tell me about your brand names.
So my brand is called Nuha. It's actually named after my mother.
Oh.
Yeah, and it has a little bit of her and a little bit of me with the ha.
And what type of clothes do you? Are these those modest clothing range?
So Nuha is the embodiment of a confident, stylish, and classy woman.
Okay.
So I take a lot of inspiration off of my mom's style growing up, and some things that even Dad has like implemented on us is what really drives the brand. So a little bit of both of them.
That's amazing. Mikail.
Okay, so my brand's actually called Alty, A-L-T,
Alty.
A-L-T-Y,
Okay.
and it's an abbreviation for a letter to you. So like it's just basically how the garment like is made, and like there's a story behind it, right? So like the extensive like conceptual ideas or whatever, it's like almost like a letter, you know? So the maker has to like think about it, just analyze it, write it down almost. So it's a whole process, it's a story.
All right. Well, when would we see it on the shelves here?
As soon as possible.
Yeah. Well, you can find it at our local Hamedias.
Okay.
So shop.
That's great. Well, it's amazing. I've actually forced Fouzul to like get suits for women done. Because I do a long time ago, you all had like a branch, you all had a flow for women's clothing, correct?
True.
Yeah. Well, that's okay. Now you can just bring it back in. We have a segment. I don't know how to do this. It's called Kinky. All right, so I have never been this nervous to ask a question because it's Fouzul. I have never spoken anything marginally on these lines to Fouzul Hameed. I have been an innocent child next to him, and these two, he's so innocent he doesn't even want to address the word kinky. So I'm going to ask you a very simple question. Have you ever kissed your wife in public?
No.
What?
He hasn't. I don't think he has.
Even when you guys were dating?
Eh.
See? that's how we Tamils say, shut up now. See how sweet. This is how uncorrupt this man is. You know what? I'm not going to give this to you because you will not know what to do with it. You might just throw it in the bin before you go. Mikail, I'm going to give it to you.
From here?
Don't get up, don't get up. It's not like the award ceremony that.
Thank
You know, I
my
really
God.
hope you'll make use of it. Please don't
Appreciate
share
it.
it with your dad or even show it to him because
Thank
I
you.
think he'll disown me and unfriend me and tell me not to even talk to you all.
Can I wear this?
I don't think there's
What
anything
is
to
it?
wear.
No, it's for women.
No, it's
what
not
is
for women.
Is it?
There are things in it that you might like. All right, we're getting into a break. We'll see you after. Final segment, we are speaking to the Hameed family. Looking at everything that has happened, I would like to say, where do you see, everywhere you turn, there's a brand popping up now and everyone is an expert in everything. How hard do you think you have to work for before you put out a label there and say, this is what defines my craftsmanship? Because you would have been at so many fashion shows and wondered, what are they showing? What do you think a fashion designer should keep in mind before they come out?
Yes, I think I've seen many designers, they're actually talented, there are a lot of ideas, but then for me it took almost 10 years to get that idea into that next level. You know, it's not just making a piece of garments and the first should be quality, should be a design where you can market it, and even the pricing has to be perfect because today, especially in our market, there is, when you say 10,000 rupees, people think, my God, it's big money. No, it's like $25. But you can do $25, right? So when you import the fabric, accessories, a lot of money we send. So I appeal, I think we all should support the designers. Actually, it's a good question. The country need design. This country is unique. We can promote the country only through proper tourism. When tourists come, we need good designers, good fashion, good stuff. So my advice is focus, don't give up, work hard. I mean, you can't come overnight. Okay, I see designers, you may have good posts in social media and make good things, but when you take the piece of garment, it must speak. We all can have good pictures and we can touch and we can do various things, but when you pick your garments in and out must speak, and when the customer wear it, it must promote your product. I mean, that's what I thought, that's what I did. For me, I done that day to day, but now most designers don't do that. They think, take a nice photo shoot with a nice touch-up, they can create a fantastic look and feel, but when you wear the garments,
There's nothing.
there is a problem.
What is your daily routine like, Fouzul? What time do you wake up?
I wake up around 4:30.
Why do you even go to sleep?
Maybe someday 5 o'clock.
Oh, good.
And then I go and work out, go to the gym, or I do some stretching. And twice a week I play football. And so my routine is quite very set. I mean, day to day, heavily involved in business, social work, meetings, this type of activities happening every week. A lot of functions.
Do you all follow the same?
Yeah.
Waking up at 4:30?
5.
That is pray.
5.
Yeah, we pray in the morning.
At 5? You all have woken up from the time you were young?
I mean,
Gradually.
the later stages, it became more routine.
Yeah.
But yeah, now we wake up pretty early.
Wow, that's amazing.
That is one of the fundamental for them. Get up and pray.
At 5.
And then we go to the gym.
Then they go to the gym.
I can't compare myself to this family. Well done, though. But I must say, I will explain a little bit about how Fouzul's home front is, the way he has told me. Like, his mom is the one who is still has the power to tell him what to do. And at the same time, she's the one who make a big pot of rice and mix all the curries together and give you, we call it like kulel in Tamil. It's like a mix of all curries put together and it's given to you. And in Jaffna, they eat it with like a papadang on top or even like a green chili. Depends on what you want to have it with. But that is the type of home front he comes from. So united, so interconnected. And it's so rare to find that. And to know that, that celebrating that up to date is very, very special. And I think those kind of principles, those kind of sharing, that kind of love and that kind of emotional connection, you can never get it with money or whatever. Yeah, so that's amazing. Up to now, mom has a say over dad.
Definitely.
Mom has a say over Fouzul. Anyway, thank you so very much for being here, and I'm so proud of the two of you. Actually, I've never got a chance to meet and hang out with you all. We've been trying to do this show now close to a year because you were here last year. But I must say, these kids are just brilliant. They speak so well. Habiba and I can talk till the cows come home, but Mikail can listen to us talking till cows come home. It's a easy way of Everyone needs to play a part in it.
Yeah.
Fouzul is just too busy to listen to us, so that's the story. But I have never forgotten the good things that Fouzul has done in my life. The first suit I ever had was what he gave me, which was made to measure. And I'll never forget. And it's also not because I wanted it, it's because he wanted me to wear it to represent the country in the right way. And that takes a lot. And those things you don't forget. And I'll always remember that. I was quite thin at that time. You use less fabric. Yeah. And we still have a challenge going. Fouzul has told me that if you lose weight to the time when I used to model for him, I will get an all-expense paid trip to the US. He gave this word to me knowing that I ain't getting there anytime soon. But anyway, thank you for being here. As always, a pleasure having you. Thanks for being on the show. I really hope it was not too scandalous for you all to handle. Oh, I really don't want your mum to see it. Your mum. She'll whip me up. All right, on that note, we need to wrap things up. We will see you soon. Till then, keep smiling. It's a wrap.